And welcome back to Quinn Webpaw Creations tutorial videos, and today is my final video in my Christmas ornaments. We'll be doing the drum and the Dreamcatcher. The drum, I started with a PVC pipe cut in 1.5 inch sections, some leather, just draw around the drum frame and leave enough room to cut the part that will reach up to the halfway mark on the drum. So just gonna kind of give it a quick measure, and you want it to be halfway up there so that it will have room for the lacing. Just I punched holes in them together so the holes will be the same on each side and make it easier for the lacing. And about 1/4 inch apart all the way around. Yeah, soft leather make it easier to punch the holes. And then once the holes are all punched, I'm going to cut a string from leather, and I snip the end off and make it pointed. That way I don't need a needle or anything to do the stitching with. And we just put it through the hole and lace up the two pieces together. And you're just going to go under and come out the top within each hole. So you're going to go from the underside to the top and pull it tight and kind of just move it around, manipulate it to fit the small PVC frame. And if it gets too difficult, you might want to use bigger holes. I used the smallest setting on my hole punch. Looks like it's a little too small, but in the end it works real good. Use the scissors to tighten up the string all the way around, and then I kind of just put in a quick design with some markers with the colors that match the rest of the set. The cradle board and the teepee have beadwork on it, so just kind of match that design and colors with the little starburst. Doesn't take much, just a real simple design. And then I'll put on some fringe or beads and enough leather on the top to be able to tie it and hang it on a tree. And that's just about it for the drum. Real simple. And now, move on, we can do the Dreamcatcher next. And it's real simple for that too. I'm going to measure, I have a ring for the Dreamcatcher frame. Just going to kind of look and see what it how much it would take just to meet as a wraparound on that wheel and cut a strip, wrap that around, and then you're going to do that tacking stitch we've been doing for all of the other projects, and just attach that leather to the frame and just swipe back and forth and meeting that leather to itself in the middle. So you're just going to go in one side and it pulls it together, and you go back on the other side, and the same thing, just to pull that leather together in the middle on the inside of that ring. And then once you get to the end and the leather all matches, meets up, you'll do that same stitch, attaching the ends together, going in one side and then back to the other, and that pulls it together, and you don't see the seam very much, and you just stitch that all the way around, attaching both sides together. And then you'll have it ready to put the webbing on all around the inside. And it's nice and tight because you get the leather just to meet. And the webbing is done with some imitation sinew, cut up enough to go around the whole inside of the Dreamcatcher. And it's kind of waxy, so it kind of attaches itself to the frame and stays together better. Once you set it in place, it'll stay there. Just tie it in a knot, and then you'll start to do the webbing on the inside, so that sinew will lay on top, and you'll thread it from the bottom up, going inside that loop. And pull it and set that wrap in place where you want it. And because it's kind of sticky, it'll stay in place there. So you just continue that same wrap all the way around the frame. Just pulling it tight so it stays in place. And I just hold it in place while I'm wrapping. Kind of gives it an extra pressure to keep it where it needs to be. And you'll just continue doing that same wrap. going in between the sections that the previous wrap created, making sure that it places right in the center of that previous section, and it will hold itself in place. And you can add some beads. Story is the beads or decorations in the middle of the Dreamcatcher is what catches the bad dreams when it is hung over the bed or wherever the person sleeps. Just put the beads, place them in the section of each wrap. And coordinate the colors to the set that you're creating. And you'll do that wrap all the way to the center as far as you can go. And if it gets a little too tight and you want to keep going, you just can put a needle on the end of the sinew to continue going to the center. But once the center gets closed enough, you can just stop right there and tie it off. And snip it and kind of pull it from and push it all together. Leave a little bit of a tail. Use your lighter to melt it and just push it in and it'll stay secure. And once you get the inside webbing done, then I just took some strings and did a slip knot to create some fringe. That hangs down. You can decorate it any way you like. Feathers, beads, fringe. And I didn't have big enough beads, so I used the sinew to put some little fringe on to add the beads to match the set. And the beads on the inside of that webbing. And just tied some knots on there, and that is it. Here's your Dreamcatcher. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this series. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Stop by and join our Beading Circle group on Facebook. And visit my website at www.cornwallpawcreations.com. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.